Conservatives and liberals alike are absolutely fervent over the recent trade, the swap that was orchestrated in order to secure the release of Bowe Bergdahl, the 28-year-old American soldier who was held captive by the Taliban-aligned Haqqani network in Afghanistan from 2009 until his release just 3 or 4 days ago. He was released of a swap that was organized by the U.S. government, which is now the subject of much controversy. Accounts of Bergdahl's initial capture differ significantly. Some say that Taliban sources claim that he was ambushed after getting drunk off of the American base. U.S. military sources deny this. Bergdahl himself states that he was captured when he fell behind during a patrol. And a Pentagon investigation back in 2010 concluded that Bergdahl walked away from his unit, according to a senior defense official that was involved in the matter. And for months, U.S. negotiators were trying to arrange the transfer of 5 Taliban detainees held at Guantanamo Bay detention camp to the Gulf state of Qatar. And ultimately, the Obama administration did agree to a prisoner exchange, which allowed Bergdahl to be released on May 31st. Let's go through the issues that are here, because this is a very complex thing. There are essentially 3 criticisms from Republicans of this 5-for-1 trade that took place. Criticism number 1 is that President Obama made the swap illegally, right? That he did not consult Congress, that he unilaterally acted illegally to make this swap happen. Number 2 is that the 5 Taliban-associated individuals that were released in the swap are very dangerous individuals, and that this is a really bad swap to be making. And number 3 is that it simply wasn't worth getting Bergdahl back because he was essentially a deserter. He walked away from his troop, and he had sent some emails which indicated he was less than pleased with the U.S. mission in Afghanistan, and that it's simply not worth getting him back specifically. So I think to analyze this, we really need to go through it piece by piece. Are you against trades at all or not, right? Do you consider these trades to be negotiating with terrorists, so to speak? If you are opposed to these trades in principle at all, then that is your position. We don't really need to go further. If you were not opposed to these trades in principle, then the question is, are you of the belief that the trade should be 1-to-1? You think that 5-to-1 is not a fair trade, that it should always be 1-to-1. And if you believe that non-1-to-1 trades are acceptable, is the issue for you that you don't think Bergdahl specifically, because of his alleged beliefs or his possible desertion, warranted any trade to get him back? Some Republican lawmakers have said that the problem is the illegality of it, that President Obama acted unilaterally. However, the president did say that he consulted with Congress for what he's describing as quite some time about this potential trade. With regard to the desertion, this is all based around some emails that he sent his parents, which said, "The future is too good to waste on lies. Life is way too short to care for the damnation of others, as well as to spend it helping fools with their ideas that are wrong. I have seen their ideas, and I am ashamed to even be American. The horror of the self-righteous arrogance that they thrive in, it is revolting. In the U.S. Army, you are cut down for being honest, but if you're a conceited, brown-nosing S-bag, you will be allowed to do whatever you want, and you will be handed your higher rank. The system is wrong. I'm ashamed to be an American." So that, combined with the comments of some who knew him in the military, have characterized him as a deserter, but that is also in question. So many men and women who volunteer for the military become disillusioned. Does that mean that if they are captured by the enemy, that we should not try to secure their release? Very complicated issue, Lewis. For some, it's the legality of the swap. For some, it's the lopsided nature of it. But remember, Ronald Reagan gave 1,500 weapons in a swap during the 1980s. I don't know if all the same Republicans would have been against that. Israel once traded 1,000 detainees for one soldier. That's how strongly they felt about getting that particular soldier back. Where do you fall on this?
I'm going to assume that if we gave them 5-to-1 for a soldier who was just a low-ranked soldier. I'm going to assume that those 5 people were pretty much useless to us and had nothing to offer us. And I don't really care about that. I also don't really care about the talk about the legality of it. It seems like a decision that the commander-in-chief has to make, and I don't see why he would need to consult Congress on this one.
Yeah, well, the reason why is there was a bill passed which said the president couldn't unilaterally make these decisions about swaps. However, when President Obama signed it, he said he didn't agree with that part and that he wouldn't be going by that if it actually came up in the future. So he did say that he wasn't going to go by that years ago. And according to President Obama, he did consult Congress. We now just have Republicans claiming that he didn't. So that's the kind of background that's going on with this swap, 5-to-1 swap for Bowe Bergdahl.